To Phillips Field, Marietta hosting Cambridge. Some high school softball here. We'll start with the Lady Bobcats. Miranda Cole turns on one, but Chloe Harris knocks it down and throws a strike to first for the out. No such luck with Lainey Harper. She smashes one, two straightaway center field off the fence, and a run will come home. 1-0 Cambridge. Lady Tigers taking a turn. Chloe Harris cranks that one into the gap. A two-out double, cruising into second. Marietta couldn't cash her in, so they get the defense going. Abby Miller with the strikeout. Then a pop-up to the left side, and Emmy Ward, the shortstop, does a great job tracking this one down, and she takes away a hit. Great play there. Cole back up, and she doesn't get cheated this time. Ripping a ball into left for a single, and that would set up this Lainey Harper dinger. She sends one over the fence, a two-run shot to make it 3-0 Cambridge. Two outs here on Marietta coming up. Good bunt from Emmy Ward, and the Bobcats cannot handle it. That would prove to be costly as Ward uses the speed to steal second and then third, and then the throw skips into the outfield as Ward gonna jet for home. First run of the day for the Tigers, and Marietta goes on to complete the comeback. 6-4 the final there.